Hello, foodie friend. Hello, friends. Thank you for joining me. We are going to have chicken enchiladas homemade by me. It's got some sour cream on top, and it's got pieces of chicken also on top. And this is Spanish rice that I made. It's got tomatoes, cilantro, onions, and garlic. The different spice. It's got garlic and the different spices. So how is everyone doing? Tell me what you're doing. Tell me what you're going to eat with me. But first, before we eat, you guys, first we must pour. So we have some Coke Zero. We let that go down a little bit. Did y'all see it going down? You guys, and let's have a sip from our coldest water. There we go. You guys, get yourself one. Keep hydrated. Very important during this hot weather. Cheers. Coke Zero, you guys. Cheers. So good. So we've got some jalapeno here off on the side. I don't know if I mentioned that. They're just jalapeno spears. I was out of whole jalapenos. But anyway, you guys, this is super hot. Just came out of the oven. So let's give it a try. I know it's going to be good, you guys. Been making this for years. I made half of a pan. This is rice. I made half of a pan of chicken and half of a pan, one of those baking pans, lasagna baking pans. So half of a casserole of chicken enchiladas, half of a casserole of ground beef enchiladas, rice. Enchilada down. At least it fell on the plate. Look, you guys. Nice and out of the oven. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, it's so good. But you know what I like with my enchiladas, you guys? Crackers. It's like my helper. But I like salting crackers with my enchiladas. So big bite. Oh my goodness. Ooh. The big pieces of chicken in there. sorry, you guys. I'm starving. And you know, the house just smells so good. Anyway, you guys, description's in the bottom. The link down below to get your coldest water bottle. If you use my link, I get a little bit, but you get 10% off of your purchase. So let me have one more bite and then we'll talk for a little bit. Sorry, a little messy. So, these are white corn tortillas purchased at the grocery store. It's got chicken that I seared in the pan with seasonings and everything, onions and the whole bit. Made like a chicken guisado with it, but I left it chunky. Then each rolled up enchilada has cheddar cheese inside and a little bit of mozzarella. Just a little bit of mozzarella because I was running out. Then I made the enchilada sauce. The enchilada sauce I put to the side, wait till the end. But the enchilada sauce, then I add a little bit of chicken, if there's any left over after I roll them, and some ground beef. I also cook the ground beef, add seasonings, tomato, onions, garlic, different seasonings, Knorr seasoning, different things like that, garlic, salt, you know, just cook your ground beef like you normally do. Rolled enchiladas also with that, with some of the cheese as well. Rolled them all up, all nice and neat in my beautiful blue baking dish. Let me show you the baking dish, see how big it is. Hold on. So it's just a regular baking dish. See that big? So that's the size of baking dish I used. So I rolled up all the enchiladas, separated them, put toothpicks in the chicken ones, just, you know, so just so my family would know which were which. Then after I roll them all up, I put a layer of the enchilada sauce on the bottom. Then I roll them all up. Then I layer them all in the pan. And then I pour the rest of the enchilada sauce to cover all the enchiladas, because the tortillas are going to soak up that sauce. Then where the chicken enchiladas are, I add the rest of the chicken if there's any, and on top of the beef ones I add the ground beef on top of that. So they're floating in the, not floating, but they are soaking in the sauce. Stick them in the oven for 45 minutes. Oh, and I sprinkle cheese on top. I sprinkle cheese on top, stick them in the oven. 45 minutes later, really 30 to 45 minutes, because everything's cooked. You're just making sure everything marries together, blends, melts. And then once the timer goes off, you guys, I always set the timer because, you know, you get so busy you don't want to forget. So then put them aside after you take them out of the oven. Just let them sit for a little bit like you would a lasagna. So when you take out your serving, I fold them all and I roll them all one way. So when you dig in there to get your serving, They're all facing one way. They're easier to dig out. So while they're in the oven, while all of that was going on, I made the rice. Regular Spanish rice, nothing big, nothing fancy, but it's so good. Usually we have beans with it, refried beans, or beans, frijoles rancheros, beans a la charra, or beans en bola, whatever you want to call it. Look at that big piece of chicken, you guys. It's so good, I can't stop eating. So like I was saying, we usually have beans. I have a little bit of refried beans left, so I decided to leave them for my mama. She eats like a bird, but anyway. That way she could have a 3-course meal. Not a 3-course meal, but, you know, beans, rice, and enchiladas on her plate. Ooh, that one was wicked. You know, and one always hates to make it because it's a lot of steps. But it's really easy. It's just, you don't have to do the chicken, you know. You don't have to do the ground beef. Do one or the other. And you don't have to have 2 pans going with chicken, one with beef. So, how do you like your enchiladas? How do you prepare your enchiladas? And for whoever asked, this is the sour cream I like. I buy the light because we eat so much of it, so I buy the light. But I love the other one too. I'll eat whatever is available there. If they're out at the grocery store, I'll buy the other one. No big deal. Ooh. So please comment down below. You know, comment section, of course. Coke Zero. Delish. So, comment down below and tell me how you like your enchiladas so I can give it a try. The ice is in my way, but can't drink Coke Zero without the ice. And look how fast that ice melts down. Yes, it's still hot in Texas. So I was gonna make 2 pans. This one that I showed you and the other one where the other enchiladas are still waiting to be devoured. So I was gonna make 1 pan of chicken, 1 pan of beef, but we're 3 people in the house, you guys. 3 people. So 1 pan is more than enough. Then you get tired of it, right? You get tired of eating leftovers the following day. So a lot of times I'll freeze them, but I freeze them in little containers, so there's 3 in each little container. So it's a serving, and I don't freeze the rice or anything like that. But at least you have enchiladas to eat with something else later. There's usually refried beans in the fridge. There's usually some side you can eat it with. You can also, if you don't like to roll and do all of that, you can do the King Ranch casserole. So you layer your tortillas, you layer everything like a lasagna. But I cut up my tortillas in 4. So I do a layer of little triangles on the bottom of the pan. Well, first the sauce, then I layer tortillas, and I put the beef, cheese, and keep layering like that. Another layer of tortillas, beef or your protein, whatever you're using. Pour sauce in between each layer. I think you use a whole lot more tortillas that way, but it's so good, you guys, so good. You could use cream of mushroom soup. In between the layers, or cream of mushroom soup and then a layer of enchilada sauce, cream of mushroom soup. Oh, you guys, it's such a good casserole. Here we call it, you can probably find it online, but we call it King Ranch casserole. King Ranch is a place about 2 hours north, no, about an hour and a half north of where I live. And it's a huge ranch. It was one of the hugest ranches there was in South Texas. And now I think it's still huge, but I think it's 800 or 900 square acres of land. That's where the Longhorn cattle originated. They crossed They crossed a big bull with long horns from Spain, I believe, with some beefy cow livestock from, I don't know, I guess it was already here in South Texas. I don't know the total history, but it's a huge, beautiful ranch. They do Christmas parties there. You can have a tour. There's a cowboy breakfast. There's cooking competitions there. It's like a little town. It's like a little big town within itself. Look, you guys, I'm almost done. I was so hungry. So tell me if you've heard of King Ranch. But anyway, there's a King Ranch casserole recipe. For those of you that want enchiladas but don't want to fuss too much with rolling the tortillas and putting them in the sauce or putting them in oil to soften up the tortilla before you roll it. Look, you guys, that's a big piece of chicken. I shred it a little bit, but for the most part, I like it chunky. Like me. For the most part, I like it chunky. Okay, I served myself 2 filled chicken enchiladas. The beauty is when you make it at home, you can serve yourself as many as you want. Last little piece of enchilada. So good, you guys. So satisfying. Comfort food for the soul. So good. So good. Woo! That was delicious. Not because I made it myself, but I can tell when my family is serving themselves. We're probably going to serve up a plate and save it for my sister-in-law probably coming in tomorrow. The family will have family dinner. I've already made the dinner. So good, you guys. So what were you eating with me? Tell me. I hope you were having a snack, a nice beverage, something good to eat, something warm to eat. Let me know what you joined me with, okay? Have y'all been watching my true crimes? The last one is very close to where I live, you guys. Very close. I'm researching another one that's really good, also happened in South Texas. So, y'all seem to like them, but let me know if you saw the last one. Let me know what you think. Small portion, got everything I wanted. A good portion, and I got everything I wanted. So I'm full, I'm satisfied, and it was so good. Okay, you guys, don't forget, get the coldest water bottle. You guys, if you're new, thank you for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Hit that notification bell. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss a video or a live feed. I'm gonna do a live soon. Okay, guys, now dessert. Okay, foodie friends, now dessert. Look at this. Cantaloupe. I left it so you could see. It's cantaloupe that we just cut. But how do you like to eat your cantaloupe? I like chamoy. Chamoy, it's sweet and sour and spicy. Giant bottle chamoy. Then some tajin. After a heavy meal, some fruit is nice. Some fruit with, oh, can't even open it. Okay, finally I got it open. So then with some tajin, I'm gonna remove this because I'm not gonna eat this. I just wanted you to see. Not a lot, just a little bit. Just to bring out that sweetness. It's really cold. It's been chilling in the fridge, and then I moved it to the freezer just for a little bit. Cantaloupe, so good. I prefer cantaloupe over honeydew melon. To me, the honeydew melon, it doesn't taste like anything. It doesn't taste like melon, like cantaloupe, of course. So sweet, you guys. This is also why I only got 2 enchiladas, because I already knew I was going to eat this. So as soon as I get them in and I know they're already ripe, I cut into them. When I buy a cantaloupe, you guys, you know that little belly button? That belly button should be brown, turning brown, not green. And smell it right there where the little belly button is. And it should smell like cantaloupe. Then it's almost ripe. All this squeezing, and that doesn't work for me. I go by, like on the watermelon, I guess. The watermelon, I look for a yellow spot, or the same thing is where the stem was, the belly button. If it smells like watermelon, it's ready. Anyway, get it in. I cut the bottom off. It's easier to, half it and then clean out all the seeds. The seeds I save in a bowl because we have chickens, so I give all the scraps and peels and seeds and a lot of the good food that we're not going to eat anymore before it spoils. I give it to my chickens. They compost all the food that we're not going to eat, and then they pay me back with fresh farm eggs. Which are really not farm eggs, they're urban eggs, but they're fresh for my girls. I usually do lives with my chickens, but it's been so hot, you guys. A lot of them went through that molt, and some of them look rough. But they're healthy, they're happy, but they're not real pretty right now, so I don't put them on and feed them a cabbage. I put a cabbage piñata or different treats for them. I haven't done it because they're not looking their best. My chickens are very sweet girls. No rooster, just hens. So I prepare fresh herbs for them, mixed with their feed, garlic, fresh fruits, berries, veggies. They eat almost everything. So good. The last one. Perfect way to end a heavy meal. Very sweet, very refreshing, very good. Very sweet, very refreshing. Perfect for a heavy meal, right? Okay, you guys. If you are one of my foodie friends, thank you for being here. Thank you for your support. Love your comments. Love your suggestions. Love your ideas. And keep them coming, you guys. I need to do another Q&A, so if you want to send in your questions for me next time, just comment down below and I'll compile them. I've got a few. I'll compile them and then we'll do another Q&A, okay? So that is it for now. Y'all have a great day. Y'all take care of yourselves. Have a great week, a great weekend, and we'll see you next time, okay? Y'all take care. Bye.